I know I speak for the whole chorus how thrilled we are to see so many of you have come out this afternoon, because I know this is a very busy time of year, so we are deeply appreciative of you coming out to spend the afternoon with us. Hopefully you're in the right place. We're the Centerville Community Chorus. We are under the direction of Brett Greenwood. My name is Sandy, and I'll be your MC this afternoon. As I said before, help yourself to refreshments during the concert. Sign up for the raffle, you might win a poinsettia. Today, we are very pleased to welcome our guest artist, Jim McCutcheon, who's going to be here playing with us today. We also have the Miami Valley Communications Councils here filming our program, so it's going to be broadcasted sometime in the future on public access TV. Our program this afternoon is entitled Christmas Across the Pond, and today we're going to be featuring some great music from a variety of British composers and arrangers. That first number, Ding Dong Merrily on High, is a Christmas carol from a secular dance tune from the 1500s, but the lyrics came from English composer George Radcliffe Woodward, and the carol was first published in 1924. So this afternoon, we're very pleased to present for you a number of selections by prolific English composer, conductor, arranger, editor, and record producer John Rutter. Born in September of 1945, Rutter has spent his life in choral music. He studied music at Clare College in Cambridge, where he eventually went on to become the director of music from 1975 to 79. He resigned that position to focus on composing, and in 1981, Rutter founded his own choir called the Cambridge Singers. As a testament to his immense talent, this was an interesting fact to me I found when I was researching him. He was commissioned to write a new anthem called This Is the Day for the wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton. Yeah, how about that? In 2011, excuse me. And it was actually performed at Westminster Abbey during the service when they got married. So, Rutter has been referred to as the most celebrated and successful composer of carols today, a creator of not just carols, but wonderfully great things for the human voice, and the most gifted composer of our generation. The first Rudder piece that we're going to be doing for you today is a song with Old English roots. It's a truly beautiful piece that's based on a poem by William Shakespeare from his play, As You Like It, that was put to music by Rudder. It's called Blow, Blow, Thou Winter Wind. we have a trio of carols from the John Rutter collection called Joy to the World, which includes the finest and best loved carols and Christmas hymns. The three we have chosen for you today are Rise Up, Shepherd, and Follow, which will be featuring Andrea on solo, How Great Our Joy, which will be featuring Judy on solo, and 'Twas in the Moon of Wintertime. Following those three, we have a great a cappella arrangement of a traditional Welsh carol that gives new meaning to singing Fa la 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 la. It's called Deck the Hall.
Rise up.
A star in the east on Christmas morn. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. It will lead to the place where the Savior's born. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your flocks and leave your lambs. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your sheep and leave your rams. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. If you take good heed to the angel's word, rise up, shepherd, and follow. You'll forget your flock, you'll forget your herd. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your flocks and leave your lambs. Rise up, shepherd, and follow. Leave your sheep and leave your rams. Rise up, shepherd, and follow.
Oh Was in the moonlight.
this amazes me on this next song. John Rutter was actually still an undergraduate when he had his first compositions published, including the following piece that he wrote when he was only 18 years old. It's called Shepherd's Pipe Carol, and it's going to be featuring a small group of us comprised of Allison, Sarah, Jenny, Aaron, Ian, Brett, and myself.
Going through the hills on a night all starry, on the way to Bethlehem. Far away I heard a shepherd boy piping, on the way to Bethlehem. Angels brought this message, dance and sing for joy that Christ the King is come to bring us peace on earth, and He's lying cradled there at Bethlehem. Tell me, shepherd boy, piping tunes so merrily, on the way to Bethlehem. Who will hear your tunes on these hills so lonely, on the way to Bethlehem? Angels brought this message, dance and sing for joy that Christ the King is come to bring us peace on earth, and He's lying cradled there at Bethlehem. Angels in the sky came from down on high. Where is this new king, shepherd boy, piping merrily? Is he there at Bethlehem?
I will find him soon by the stars shining brightly.
In the sky of Bethlehem. Angels brought this message, dance and sing for joy that Christ the King is come to bring us peace on earth, and He's lying cradled there at Bethlehem. May I come with you, shepherd boy, piping merrily, come with you to Bethlehem. Pay my homage to at the new King's cradle, is it far to Bethlehem? Angels brought this message, dance and sing for joy that Christ the King is come to find His lowly stable yonder, born for you at Bethlehem.
So what were you doing when you were 18 years old? Our next number is one of John Rutter's most cherished Christmas anthems, and it's my personal Rutter favorite. When you listen to the lyrics, it certainly brings meaning to why we sing carols at Christmas time. What sweeter music can we bring than a carol for to sing the birth of Christ, our heavenly King? It's called What Sweeter Music.
Sweeter music.
very pleased to introduce to you our guest artist for this afternoon, Jim McCutcheon. Jim is going to come up, and right now he's going to be performing for you a piece from the Baroque period, which is the Western musical period dating from about 1600 to 1750. This piece was written in 1716 by one of the Baroque period's major composers, Johann Sebastian Bach, and it's called Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring. Okay, so we're going to leave John Rudder behind for a bit, and we're going to move on to Benjamin Britten, an English composer, conductor, and pianist. He was a central figure of the 20th century British classical music, with a range of works including opera, other vocal music, orchestral, and chamber pieces. He wrote The Ceremony of Carols for a 3-part treble chorus. Written for Christmas, it consists of 11 movements with text written principally in Middle English with some Latin and early modern English thrown in. Today, we're going to be doing an arrangement that was prepared for us by one of our former chorus members, Del Hitchcock. She's sitting right here in the front row, so we'll try to do you proud, Del. The ladies of our chorus, or I guess I should say the sopranos and altos, because we got one lady that's taking it for the team and singing tenor, so she won't be singing on this one, but the sopranos and altos are going to be performing 2 of the 11 movements. The first one's called Welcome Yole, and the second one is Deo Gratias. Next, we're going to invite Allison to come up for you to sing a song from the medieval period, an English carol that was arranged by David Wilcox, a British choral conductor, organist, and composer, particularly well known for his association with the choir of King's College in Cambridge, which he directed from 1957 to 1974. The lyrics from the song came from the opening chapters of the Song of Solomon. Here is Allison to sing, "Tomorrow Shall Be My Dancing Day."
Tomorrow shall be my dancing day. I put my joy of dance of chance to sing the legend of my play, to call my joy to my dance, sing oh my love, oh my love, my love, my love, this have I done for my true love. Then was I born of a virgin flow, of her I took fleshly substance, those flowers I lived to man's nature, to call my true love to my dance, sing oh my love, oh my love, my love, my love, this have I done for my true love. In a manger laid and wrapped I was, so very poor this was my chance, betwixt and looks and a silly was, to call my true love to my dance, sing oh my love, oh my love, my love, my love, this have I done for my true love. Tomorrow shall be my dancing day. I would my true love dance of chance, to sing the legend of my play, to call my true love to my dance, sing oh my love, oh my love, my love, my love, this have I done for my true love.
Okay, now it's the turn for our gentleman and one lady on our tenor and bass sections. They're going to sing for you a pair of traditional Christmas carols. Again, these are two arrangements that were done by Dell over there, our former chorus member. The first is a 16th century English traditional Christmas carol that's one of the oldest existing carols. That will be followed by a Christmas carol whose lyrics were written in 1865 by William Chatterton Dix, a 19th century writer of hymns and carols. The lyrics to this carol were subsequently set to the tune of Green Sleeves, a traditional English folk song. These two songs today will be directed by our assistant director, Aaron Young. Here are God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen and What Child Is This?
Come rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power and we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly Father, the blessed angel came,
next, Judy is going to come up to sing for you a song that was written by Howard Blake, an English composer, conductor, and pianist, whose career has spanned more than 50 years and produced more than 650 works. This song was written for the 1982 animated film, The Snowman. The movie relates to the adventures of a young boy and a snowman who has come to life, and it has become a seasonal favorite on British television. This song forms the centerpiece of the film when the boy and the snowman fly to the North Pole. Here is Judy to sing Walking in the Air. Okay, now we're going to invite Jim McCutcheon to come up again. We're going to have a little change of pace from all of our British composer stuff. He's going to perform for you a medley of songs from the 1965 TV special. That was one of the very first animated Christmas specials produced for network TV. So can everybody picture it, the little twig of a Christmas tree? They put a bulb on it and it kind of hung over like it was going to break in half. Well, that was the Charlie Brown Christmas. And here's Jim to do for you a Charlie Brown Christmas medley. Okay, well, thank you, Jim, for that. That was great. But now we're going to move back to Britain, back to our British Christmas theme. Described as a contemporary hero of British choral music, Bob Chilcott, born in 1955, has been involved with choral music all of his life, first as a chorister and then a choral scholar at King's College in Cambridge. Later, he sang and composed music for 12 years with the King's Singers. His experiences with that group, his passionate commitment to young and amateur choirs, and his profound belief that music can unite people have inspired him to both to compose full-time and to promote choral music worldwide. Our next song is a Bob Chilcott arrangement, which puts to music the famous text of renowned English poet Christina Rossetti's Christmas Carol, which shares her unique version of the Nativity story. It's called Midwinter.
you.
next up we have a 1979 song that was written and performed by probably someone you don't really think of when you think of Christmas, but he's British, and it's a Christmas song. It was written by the prolific songwriter, Mr. Paul McCartney. The song enjoys significant Christmas time popularity all around the world. It is called Wonderful Christmas Time. So on our next two songs, Jim McCutcheon is going to accompany us. The first of these two, it kind of gets away from the British theme, but it's such a beautiful arrangement. We have to sing it for you today. It's a classic Christmas carol that was actually first performed on Christmas Eve in 1818 at St. Nicholas Parish Church in Oberndorf, Austria. So we are approaching the 200th anniversary. The arrangement we're doing today is called A Celtic Silent Night. That's going to be followed by a nostalgic song with Old English roots that comes from a Scots poem written by Robert Burns in 1788. It's perhaps best known as the traditional song used to bid farewell to the old year at the stroke of midnight, and it's called Old Lang Syne, and it's going to feature Ian on solo. close our program this afternoon with another John Rutter arrangement of a popular English Christmas carol from the West Country of England. The origin of this carol lies in the English tradition wherein the wealthy people of the community gave Christmas treats to the carolers on Christmas, such as figgy pudding. So this, we like to say that this is our wish for you. It's called We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I know it's a busy time of year. We're just so thrilled that you all came out to spend the afternoon with us today. First and foremost, I'd like to recognize and thank our guest artist, Jim McCutcheon, for performing with us today. A huge thanks to Epiphany Lutheran Church for allowing us to use this facility for our concert and our public performances, and all the Epiphany staff who helped us with the preparation and setup. Again, I'd like to extend a special thanks and acknowledgement to our director, Brett Greenwood. Where is he? Hiding over there? Okay, and we for sure need to give a huge round of applause to the lady behind the keyboard. We couldn't do it without her. That's Emily McConkey. Now, as you're leaving today, before I do the raffle, as you're leaving today, we're going to have some of our course members stationed at the door with baskets. I mean, we're a nonprofit group. We depend on donations to help us keep buying music and keep doing programs. So if you're so inclined, you know, we would appreciate any donations that we may get. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.